PlayStation.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. And as we approach the new season, some new talent making the most of their opportunity in the league. Let's check out the race for Rookie of the Year. Some great young players. How do you look at Yaka Jonas? He's got some work to do in order to get into that conversation, I think, but there are plenty of games left for him to make his mark.
And while he might not be enjoying some of the success of the other rookies on that list, you can see he's already picking up on a few of the things he didn't have a grasp for early in the season.
And you know what that says to me is that he's going to have a very big second half of his rookie season.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Larson in at the two-guard spot. And for New York, the two forwards, Bridges and Anunoby. Miles McBride out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the 5, down low. Shot clock at 5. Hero finds Ware. And a miss there on the triple. And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
Now here's Wiggins. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. To the inside. It's stolen by Adebayo. Pass to Larson. Here's Ware, defended by Towns. Launches it, and Tyler Hero hits from deep. Hero's got his team on the board to start the game for the Heat.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
And the dunk by Towns.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sight.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
New York ball.
And the Knicks with possession. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from their bench, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Outside, Adebayo. Here's Ware, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. Like everyone, he's impressed with Adebayo's relentless nature. He said, quote, "We have to match his intensity at both ends, trying to keep him off of the glass and trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Coach knows they can do it for stretches, but he wonders if they can do it for a full game." Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. The first one falls. Now upon a really intriguing part of the season, Greg, it seems we've seen enough to give these teams some kind of identity.
I tell you, if teams are still searching for an identity, it's fair to say things probably aren't going well.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against Boston.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Now, Hero. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Hero, and too long on the shot.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And stolen by Wiggins. to the left side wing. From downtown, the offensive rebound. Where? Good.
When the shot goes up, he is not a guy you want to lose track of. Boy, that's a nice play right there.
Here's Brunson. Scoreless thus far. And it's Towns missing. The Heat leading by 5. Hero passes to Adebayo. Shoots over Anunoby, and Adebayo gets it to go on the assist from Hero.
From about the extent of Adebayo's range, just far enough to keep the D honest.
And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
Now here's Towns. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Philadelphia.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat, leading by 5. Pass to Larson. Adebayo against Anunoby. 6 to shoot. The shot by Adebayo, no good. The Knicks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Hero against Brunson. Back to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Crafty pass there from Brunson. The guy just makes plays.
New York comes into this one following a loss to the Philadelphia 76ers. And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Please give a big round of applause for your Knicks team.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks.
Make some noise.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Number 1, the Knicks.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Outside Rozier. Six on the shot clock, and he drives in. The Heat need to get a shot off. Fontecchio from outside, off the mark.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the board. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Partner.
1:52 left to play in the first. Free throw line jump shot, and the basket by Rozier.
Rozier plays within himself and doesn't typically force shots offensively. Got a nice smooth stroke from mid-range.
To the paint, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Rozier. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Mitchell Robinson. How his last 10 games have gone. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in Bloxburg.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. Hart's got his second bucket tonight.
You really see Hart's athleticism inside. I mean, he can bounce, he can twist and turn, really good body control. Whatever it takes to score, he usually can make it happen.
Now, here's Rozier. Three-pointer on the way. Good on the three-point shot. Rozier's got 5.
All Rozier needs is a little breathing room, and he's firing that thing, and usually knocking it down.
Inside, here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
And here's Rozier, who brings it up for the Miami Heat. To the right side. Here's Adebayo. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
Abusele passes to Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Punch, counter punch.
Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
It's a tie game in New York, and we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
The Knicks shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Terry Rozier is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 slot. The Heat shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Rozier the pass to Jovic. Back to Rozier. No good from outside. So, Clark, let me ask you, what makes Karl Anthony Towns stand out as a perimeter big man?
Well, I think first and foremost, his shooting ability for a big guy is unique. I mean, he can shoot it with the best of three-point shooters and from deep. Not many big guys can do that. He can put it on the floor. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He can shoot shots off the dribble as a big guy. And he can go old school and play bully ball. So, I mean, you factor in that combination of toolkit, that's pretty impressive for a guy that's almost 7 feet tall.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you guys.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Getting good looks. Here's who's doing the best of it in the NBA. Second, Karl Anthony Towns. Mitchell Robinson, fourth.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
It's Jaquez with the drive. Heat moving the ball around. Adebayo with the bucket.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
The Knicks with the lead. Towns, a screen on Rozier. Down low. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Rozier has an open court in front of him. This guy is dangerous. Great quickness.
Clarkson against Rozier. Outside, Towns. To the middle. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Fontecchio.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Good on the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end. Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Yabusele, screen on Rozier. Clarkson kicks to Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. And the dunk by Towns.
Rolling. Towns just keeps finding opportunities to score.
Hero looking over the defense. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Hero's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And that's all the space he needs from that range.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Now a look at the stats for Tyler Hero.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
The Knicks leading by 3. Towns, a screen on Hero. Brunson finds Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
An absolute beast in the pick and roll. Towns rolls off ready to score. He doesn't disappoint either.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here's Adebayo. It's rebounded by New York.
He will not be happy with himself. Got a good look from mid-range there.
Down low, here's Towns. Shoots over Hero. Misses off the right iron. The Heat trail by 5. Pass to Larson. Now Adebayo. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Robinson pulls it in. Back to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Hero with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston. Robinson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Heat.
Number 5, Nikola Jovic.
Here's Hero. He's got 5. Here's Larson. 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. And it's Wiggins missing. The Knicks leading by 7. Towns finds Clarkson. There's a screen by Robinson. To the paint. And finished off by Robinson.
Throwing it down. Oh, Robinson was fully committed on that one.
And Miami shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And Anunoby against Wiggins. Towns with the steal. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. A chance now to check out the Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Miami no good on that time either.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of it.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
To the inside, here's Larson, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, nice ball movement. Hero's an underrated passer, makes great decisions.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
New York leading by 6. 1:41 left in the first half of basketball.
Way too easy for Hart. This is why the defense has to push him out of the paint.
And it's the Heat with the ball. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Inside, it's tipped. Stolen by Robinson. Stripped away. Here's Ware. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Brunson against Hero. And then Robinson slams it in.
Hey, they don't call him Robinson for nothing now. Look at the hops on the big fella.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Hero passes to Larson. And it's Ware in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Heat. 4 on the shot clock. Hero from long range. And the 3 ball is good. Hero's got 8.
Short corner 3 there for Hero. Such a smooth stroke from deep.
There's a screen by Robinson. Clarkson passes to Robinson. And Robinson throws it down hard.
And look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed open for that dish.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, Hero. He's got 8. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby. It's deflected. From deep, Brunson. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And so it's New York with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Miami Heat.
They need to get after it more on the glass.
Problem is, they're going up against some very good rebounders.
Yeah, but if you don't try, you're definitely going to fail, aren't you?
And we've got the playoff picture starting to come into focus now. So let's take a look at the Eastern Conference.
You take a look at the Heat, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
The Knicks leading by 10. Up front, it's Anunoby at the 4 and Towns at the 5. Miles McBride out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. The Heat shooting about 42% so far. Pass to Wiggins. Adebayo with the screen for Wiggins. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Wiggins has got the first points of the second half up on the board for Miami.
Boy, the progression of Wiggins' game out beyond the arc. He now is not only shooting that shot, he's expecting to make it.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back over to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. To the paint. Adebayo down low. He's guarded by Anunoby.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Tyler Hero. Averaging about 19 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
The Knicks making a switch here. Cordy's checked in. Anunoby a screen on Hero. Runs in the pass to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
Anunoby using his athleticism to force that one down.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Larson. Adebayo deciding where to go with it. Hero got a piece of it.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Down low. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
One of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
Anunoby a screen on Hero. Anunoby, no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's Adebayo. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Second chance shot. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Adebayo.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Pass to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The Knicks making a switch here. Hart's checked in. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jalen Brunson.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
Here's Hero. And the layup's good off the glass. Hero's got 10 points.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
Here's Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half from past the arc. The rebound by McBride.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Hero against Brunson. Here's McCourty.
And the way that Brunson is just so calm in the pick and roll, boy, he is smooth.
The Heat trail by 8. And here is Hero. He's got 10. On the way, Wiggins. His three-pointers off the mark. The Knicks have gone even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Bridges. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active to the inside. Adebayo, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 10.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
Brunson right side. Brunson for 3. Lights the look and drains it.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Here's Hero. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Bridges got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the pick. Here's Brunson. Nice. Brunson working inside.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Hero against Brunson. Looking to end his cold spell. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Hero.
What a read by Hero.
He knew the pick and roll would give him some options.
Here's Hart to McCourty. Can't cash in from close range. The Heat have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. A jump hook at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10. 1:46 left in the third. Brunson against Hero. To the middle. Rebound by the Heat. Ware's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Pass to Larson. Down low. Shot left block. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Ware.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guy. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Goes against Clarkson. Abu-Saleh kicks to Hart. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
Fontecchio passes to Rozier. Hawkins outside to the inside. Just 5 to shoot. Smith on the wing. Misses the 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
No good from Yabusele. The Heat trail by 5. The drive by Smith. Yep, that one goes in there. Smith's got his first points in this one.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And it's Robinson with the jam.
Robinson doing the dirty work. He's known for that. Sets the screen, finds a soft spot, and gets himself rewarded.
For 3, Smith. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. Knicks lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the floor for Miami. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Rozier's out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Fontecchio in at the small forward.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here's Towns. Rebound by the Heat.
Hey, even guys at his skill level will miss those from time to time. But it doesn't happen often.
And the shot goes down.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Jovic. It counts. And the foul. It's on Jordan Clarkson. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Towns, the screen. Hart the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Hart is a team-first guy. Does a little bit of everything and loves to set up his teammates.
And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. Right block shot, and it goes down 2 points. Adebayo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Yabusele screen on Rozier. And finished off by Yabusele.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Fontecchio. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Knicks trail by 3. Now, Brunson. Robinson a screen on Rozier. Here's Brunson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Jaquez.
Stopping Brunson clean is really a challenging endeavor. I mean, he's clever, he's agile, and he is physical and assertive, too.
No good on the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Hart outside. Pass to Yabusele. Brunson against Rozier. Shot clock at 6. Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
And the Heat get another bucket right there.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
Back to Brunson. Yabusele, a screen on Rozier. Brunson finds Yabusele.
This guy is a high flyer, I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Rozier with the ball. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Tell you what, Rozier is sneaky athletic now. He is no stranger to making plays above the rim. He's a heck of an athlete.
It's Robinson, top of the key. Yabusele, the screen. Clarkson goes in. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Large guard loves to drive it, and somebody on defense needs to rotate in front of Clarkson if you're going to stop him.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Adebayo gets to Rozier. And it's Rozier again missing. For New York, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Inside, Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And it's been an efficient game for Adebayo. He's done a nice job finding the holes in the defense.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And a new group in for the Knicks. Carl Anthony Towns checked in for Robinson. OG Anunoby comes in for Yabusele. Mikal Bridges checked in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Clarkson.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender poster.
Brunson with the defense all over him.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Larson, defended by McBride. Now Adebayo. And he gets that one to go.
Since halftime, they've not been scoring inside as easily. The defense has been much better and quicker with help.
Free throw good. Where? Towns down low. He's defended by Ware. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Now Towns throws it down. What an assist!
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. It's a one-point game. Here's Larson, defended by McBride. Rebounded by Towns. The Knicks have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Oh, that is a big-time jam. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
And the Heat making a change here. Jovic is checked in. Good! Lays it right in there.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammates.
Anunoby outside. Now Towns. And he slams it down with a one-on-one. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Now Wiggins fires the three. And down goes the three.
They want the ball in his hands when the situation calls for it.
1:30 left in the game. Here's Towns. Now Anunoby. on the clock. Brunson, and he's got the answer. Brunson issues his response.
JB, Jalen Brunson, cold-blooded in the clutch. We've seen this movie many a time before.
They needed points. Tyler Hero gives them.
New York trailing. Here's McBride. Outside, Brunson. Knocks down the three.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Robinson's checked in for New York.
Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks, number 23, Mitchell Robinson.
Here's Jovic. Right side Hero. Adebayo outside. Just 5 on the clock. Wiggins fires. The long shot, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson, and he banks the layup in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And the Heat call time here. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that hole?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Here's Larson, defended by McBride.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
13. Jalen Brunson at the line, 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
This fella knows how to finish a game off. There was no question about those free throws.
Missed on the three. So a close game sees New York take this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.